best way to manage conflict, prevent it from happening. Here's how. I'm sure you've been in that situation where you've known something's going off, but you haven't dealt with it. You've buried your head in the sand. You've shied away from that difficult conversation. I certainly have. At some point, it's going to go bang, isn't it? It's going to unravel. The wheel's going to fall off. Okay? How do we stop it getting there? Well, conflict escalates over time. And actually, the more you ignore it, sweep it under the carpet, pretend it's not happening, the worse it gets. The expectation, if nothing else, is going to rise until things fall apart. So we want to prevent that. We want to prevent the explosion weeks or months from now. And the best way is to pierce it at the start. If you talk to doctors, prevention is better than a cure. This is what we're talking about. How do we as Scrum Masters recognize a problem and deal with it before it's a real big problem? Okay? That's a great trick. And it's one that we are trained for. We need to stand back and pay attention of how to do it. Okay? Because if we can nip it in the bud, if we can realize that this thing that's just starting now is going to be an awkward conversation, it may never become a difficult conversation. It may never escalate even further into true conflict and disagreements. Right? So when we're talking about conflict resolution, we're always absolutely going to be aiming for prevention before we need to fall to cure.